Just about everything we do is in some way related to sustainability. What's Distribution Center do? And we actually have a lot of different things going on here. So last year we started a program with the Norland Library. They were looking for a way to get library books picked up and delivered. When we go to deliver mail, we deliver it along with the mail to the various departments. Last year we did 4,400 library books in 11 months. It saves them having to drive over to the Norland Library, which of course there's a fuel savings there, congestion, safety, and those kind of things. Over the course of the year they process about 100,000 pieces of undeliverable junk mail, and the recycling department will come by and pick that up later and get that into their stream. So that way we take advantage of not losing all that paper and having it go to landfill. Throughout the warehouse we have motion activated lights, our high bay lights that are up on the roof. During the day a lot of our people are out on campus doing deliveries, so the lights in those areas will go off, and of course that saves electricity.
This is the electronic screening area. We really exist for two main mandates, which is one, the environmental aspect of making sure that none of this stuff ends up in a ditch in Southeast Asia, leaking lead into the groundwater, and the other end being data security, making sure that no information leaves the university with the equipment. All of these are incoming materials, which we will then take apart to do triage and assess what might have resale value. We keep parts on hand in case something comes in and could be functional. Anything that does not have value, we'll demanufacture and get what value we can out of the raw materials, so plastic, copper wiring, aluminum circuit boards.
This is where we keep parts for the various departments, including construction, grounds, custodial, and that way the various people that work in those departments don't have to go to Home Depot or wherever when they need something. We keep a lot of their materials here for them, so of course it's a great fuel savings area. So back here and over to the right here we have our storage area. This is where we store items for various campus departments when they don't have room to store them themselves, but they need to keep it. There are a lot of records up here. Sometimes they're required to keep them for a certain set number of years. But once they get to that point where they no longer need to store them, then we'll work with them to have the records recycled. So that's another sustainable effort that we have going on. The liquid nitrogen tank is a 900-gallon tank, and we get it filled every 2 to 3 weeks. And then we have our liquid nitrogen fill station where we fill what we call dewars, liquid nitrogen tanks, and then we deliver those around the campus to the various labs. It keeps the larger delivery trucks from being on the campus. Also, it's much more efficient because we combine it with shipments of incoming freight and other things that we're delivering. Good, you guys done? We also in the warehouse use high-speed doors. When they're not in use, they come back down, and it keeps us from losing our heat or our cool to the outside. We have a surplus property department, and departments on campus, when they have items that they can no longer use, rather than throw them away, they surplus them to us, and then we go through and determine whether the items can be resold or recycled. For example, the items here behind me are chairs that they're going to take apart, and they'll pull the metal and the plastic out of these chairs, and that'll go into our recycling bins. We do about 100 tons a year of scrap metal. Most of it is coming from the surplus items. The guys get in furniture that maybe has plastic and metal in it. They'll break that down, and it goes into either a plastic hopper or in the metal scrap hopper. We also have the wood hopper out on the yard here. That's where we put clean wood in, pallets that are broken, or any construction scrap for recycling. Here on our dock, this is where we get what we call central receiving. We're the central receiving point of the campus. Freight is brought here and taken off trucks, and then we have our own trucks, and what we do is we combine the freight Our 3 larger delivery trucks where we redistribute the freight, they all run on biodiesel. We have trucks that go out twice a day that deliver to the various departments the freight, liquid nitrogen, whatever else that we have for them. Doing it this way becomes much more efficient, certainly a lot less pollution going on. Is that what it means? Yeah. So this is an example of what the bales of plastic look like after they come out of the baling machine. They come out in bundles of anywhere from 175 to 200 pounds. The plastic comes from various departments across the campus that accumulate the plastic and give that to us. After we get enough of it accumulated, we have a vendor that sends a truck by to pick it up. And they actually convert it into plastic trash bags that we then rebuy. Our custodial department uses them here. So it's what we call a closed loop system. We certainly take sustainability very seriously at the distribution center. It's a part of everything that we do, and we include it in all our decisions that we make.